Okay, so what if I told you that the number of sales have dropped 31%, but prices are still rising? If you're looking to buy a home or sell a home here in Delaware, then you need to keep watching because I've got some really good information for you. All right. Make sure you like, subscribe to my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, wherever you're watching this, on X, wherever you're watching this, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. This is very useful information that's going to help your real estate journey go a lot smoother. All right, let's break it down. Okay, so January's numbers are in, and Delaware has had the slowest start in the real estate market since 2019. So when we looked at the numbers, sales are down 31% from December, and they're down 11% from this time last January. So what does this really mean? One of the crazier things is that the amount of inventory is still tight. Now, we're down 5% or so in inventory from where we were last year, but nationally, inventory is up about 9%. So, what this really means right now is that sellers in Delaware still have most of the negotiating power. And this is one of the things that the headlines won't tell you, right? This is some of the minutia that you have to understand, that although nationally sales are down, but inventory is up, doesn't quite reflect what's happening in Delaware. So what we're seeing is not a crash, even though sales are down. Why? Because prices are actually up 5%. So you've got a situation where the amount of sales are down and the amount of inventory is hovering, but you've got prices that are rising about 5% year over year. So what we're seeing is not a crash. What we're seeing here in Delaware is a shifting and segmented real estate market. So next, we're going to talk about the amount of days on market, which is a very important metric. So if we look at Delaware's numbers for January, in Newcastle County, homes sat on the market for about 33 days on average. In Kent County, they sat on the market for about 63 days on average. Down in Sussex County, they sat on the market for about 86 days on average. So what does this mean? This means Newcastle County is hot. If the home is priced right, it's going to sell. People want to move there. People want to put their roots down there. The school districts are hot. People want to be in Newcastle County. So if the home is priced correctly, it's going to go. Kent County's right on the line. We're seeing that homes are sitting if they're not priced right. And if they are priced correctly, they're going. So there's a give and take and a little bit of a tug of war happening there with homes that are priced correctly, that are desirable, and homes that are not meeting the mark right now. Down in Sussex County, you've got a lot of negotiating power. Homes are sitting a lot longer. If you've got a beach home down in one of our Delaware beaches, you really got to look at your pricing strategy and understand what your time horizon is going to be, because 86 days is just the average amount of days that's going to take to sell your home. So one of the things that I really want to say is that for sellers, one size does not fit all for your marketing strategy. You need to know what's happening in the area of where your home is, depending on the county, and how long it's taking for a home to sell, so you can decide what strategy do you want to go with. Are you going to try to test the market, get those extra days on market, and really put yourself in a position for a lower offer, or are you going to price right and be in line with what's happening? One thing to also remember is that the national average right now is about 45 days on market. So as we can see, Kent and Sussex County are well above that, whereas Newcastle County is under that. So it's hot there. So what does all this mean? Okay, so if you're a buyer, what you need to understand right now is that rates are hovering around 6.1 to maybe 5.9%. So if you buy an average home in Delaware at $350,000, 5% down on your loan, you will have a payment of about $2,020, give or take, without taxes. Okay? So what this means is you need to understand where you want to be and what does that look like for you purchasing the average home. Now, a lot of buyers think that the market is frozen, but that's not really true. What you need to understand is that prices in Delaware are up 5% over the year. So the market isn't frozen and we're not going to see a price drop. You need to understand some of these metrics as far as how much money do you have to put down, how much do you want to do per month, and what does the home you need look like as far as pricing. So this week, buyers, go talk to lenders, see what kind of rates you can get, and then get with a realtor like myself who can show you what does the average home look like depending on the area you want to be in. And if you're a seller watching this, what I will tell you is to understand the days on market and what buyers are looking for. If you're in Newcastle County, just price your home correctly. You will get an offer within 33 days. But if you're in Kent or Sussex County, your time horizon looks a little bit different and your agent needs to explain that to you. You're looking at least 63 days in Kent, 86 days in Sussex, okay? So what you'll need to do is properly stage your home. Do something that stands out. And make sure your agent is marketing your home to the correct buyers. And even if they're doing this, be patient. Even though prices are rising, it's taking longer to make that match. So if you're looking to sell right now around this time of year, understand these numbers, depending on where you are, and do something to help your home stand out. All right, guys. So as we can see, the market isn't crashing. It's segmenting different strategies for different areas. So if you're looking to buy or sell, and you want to get more granular about what it is you need to do, feel free to reach out to me. My email is below and my cell phone is below, and feel free to reach out to me and let's talk about what your options are. That's what's happening this week here in Delaware, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Thanks for watching.